Mental health is a vital part of human life, often taken for granted. The path to success for many is riddled with obstacles like demotivation, depression, anxiety, and so much more. Helping you with obstacles like these is what BASIX does. An organization entirely dedicated to the mental well being.
Let us talk on hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So, simple definition is hypnosis is a trance-like state of mind, where the mind is in a hyper-suggestible state, highly susceptible to suggestion. So, that's a simple definition. So, in that trance-like state of mind, we can access the memories which is there in the subconscious. So, there are pleasurable memories as well as painful memories. So, once we access that memories, we can work with that memories to bring in some resolution. So, when the memories have been worked to bring in some resolution, it is called hypnotherapy. So, hypnosis has been used for a therapeutical purpose to bring in a change within a person.
They sit down in a comfortable environment and work out all the issues buried in the depths of the common man. They do this using a variety of methods to unravel the inner working of people's minds.
When I say neuro-linguistic programming, it has three parts. One is neurological part, one is linguistic part, and the other one is programming part. Neurological part is where we take in all the information through our five senses. That is the visual information, auditory information, kinesthetic information, olfactory, gustatory. Means visual is all this kind of colors that moves inside me. And then auditory is whatever the sounds that I am hearing. You can also hear many sounds around. And then it gets processed. So kinesthetic is the feelings, the texture, and how it is, how smooth it is, how rough it is. So that goes inside my system, as well as the fragrance of the flowers, and there's a taste inside my mouth. So what happens is this inputs, it goes inside my system into our brains, and then it gets processed in our mind. It's called perception. So once I perceive, then there is a kind of language, the linguistic part, that I communicate within myself, how it is, what it is. So there is a database that I keep on analyzing, comparing, and it also goes to my memories. So let's say I'm looking at this leaves. I know this is leaf. Why? Because there is a memory inside me. Otherwise I cannot find this is a leaf. And once it's done inside, I need to communicate. If someone asks what it is, it's a leaf. And then I can also communicate what kind of tree it is, what kind of leaf it is, in what way this is arranged. So this is for an example. So if I want to reprogram myself, that's the programming part. So mostly the programming part is what was my behavior earlier and how I can change my behavior so that it becomes wonderful for me to reach my outcomes, because we all want to be successful in our life by the end of the day. So if we want to be successful, we need to think differently and do differently. So there is something, neurologically we process it, we give a form through language, through expression like reading, writing, communicating, mailing, whatever it is, messaging. And then this we do for accomplishing our outcome. So NLP is used profoundly to accomplish our outcomes.
Coaching, one-to-one conversations, hypnotherapy, access to the subconscious mind through hypnosis, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, past life regression, karmic and soul level workings, hypno mind power, self-coaching and healing methodology.
Hypno mind power is a technology to understand our own self, our mind, body and soul. And we have blended the Western science with an Eastern philosophy. So there is a lot to take from this. The major objective is how to bring our mind, body and soul to manifest something in our life. So whatever we have now, let's say the shirt, now I have my mobile phone and it's been shot in the camera, and all these things, wonderful things around you that you can find if you are listening this, watching this in your laptop or in your iPad, whatever it is. Everything, once upon a time, it was an idea inside a person. and which had been given a form and which is now available over there for the usefulness that it's giving us. So what is hypno mind power? Our mind has tremendous potential and power. Whatever we think, we can manifest it. So there are certain steps that in hypno mind power we follow. It's called a formula. It's a simple formula. And most of us, we do it randomly. So in hypno mind power, we do it very specifically, so that once this formula has been continuously done, and we find the manifestation happening in all the practitioners that who had gone through this program. For example, the simple thing is, first thing to understand mind. So what is mind? Where is mind? Is a question. Because we want success, but we don't want to get inside our own mind to understand what it is doing. And sometimes I have seen people where they want to suffer and suffocate with what they know. Can we update ourselves? So first thing is to understand the mind. That is the mind part. That is a tremendous potential. What my mind is doing, whether it is thinking negatively or positively. How are my emotions? Because whether it is negative or positive. And then once we understand the mind, then we access the subconscious mind. There is a meditation called alpha meditation. So by using this meditation, we go deep inside our own self and generate that alpha state. By the way, I'm not saying that only this meditation will lead you to alpha state, but there is a formula. The technology is so blended in the way that it becomes complete comfortability, because it has an hypnosis that belongs to the Western science, as well as the meditation that belongs to the Eastern philosophy and Eastern technology. So when it comes to the next part, we need to cleanse our system. I was talking about the emotions. All our frustration, irritation, sometimes we feel so painful of something, some relationship, and everything is getting stored into our system. Imagine if you want to boil a milk, what you have to do, that you know, that you need to cleanse the vessel thoroughly, and then you need to pour the milk and you need to boil it. But what happens inside you and me when something we want to do? The reason for negative thoughts might be because my own emotions that I have not cleansed. I need to cleanse my system. So our body is like a container. Our body is like a container. Whatever we think, we get into an emotion and it gets stored in my system. And remember, when these emotions are getting stored continuously, it leads to psychosomatic ailments. It's mind and body related ailments, which is very much prevalent outside. The research says 85 to 90% of the ailments are psychosomatic. Now, once you go through, there is a process, scientific process over here, where you go inside yourself and cleanse it. And then once you cleanse it, there is a third part in hypno mind power, it's manifestation. Until you cleanse it, there is no much of positive thoughts. So once you cleanse it, you become more aware, you become more responsible, and you take it for your own self, and you can focus it, you can concentrate on something. So that is what we do in manifestation. So hypno mind power is all about that. It's our inner technology to unleash ourselves, our own potential.